In this video, we will be covering how to do an FRS-L muscle energy correction technique. With this, the spine will start out flexed, rotated left, and side bent left. To use a muscle energy technique, first position the patient to the point of restriction, then apply an isometric left rotation and/or side bent force. Hold that force for approximately 5 seconds, and then repeat 3 to 5 times or until the point of restriction stops improving. Here we can see what an FRS-L positional fault would look like, how the patient may sit. And before we begin, let's palpate the restricted segment. As you can see, we will go in at the iliac crest, place the middle finger over the spinous process, and then the index and ring fingers over the transverse process of the segment. Then, for step 1, we will position the patient to the point of movement restriction. For an FRS-L positional fault, the patient should be extended and then side bent and rotated right until movement is felt at the restricted segment. For step 2, we will be applying an isometric right rotation and/or side bent force and have the patient resist movement. A majority of the force applied here will be through the therapist axilla. Then we will move into step 3, where we will hold the force for approximately 5 seconds and then reposition the patient to the new barrier of restriction. Then, finally, we will repeat the technique 3 to 5 times or until the movement of the restricted segment stops improving. Finally, some helpful tips for this technique would be to first sit on the same side of the patient that they are being rotated towards. Then palpate the restricted segment with one hand and place the other hand across the patient's body against the opposite shoulder. For best control, place the axilla of one arm over the patient's shoulder. An easy way to remember the correct direction of force would be to push the patient where you want them to go, have them resist, and then when they are relaxed, move them where you want them.